is Grace. I'm the creator founder of Smile Biz LLC, Single Moms Incredibly Living Empowered. It's a personal development company where I teach mothers self-development strategies and how to balance their life. I'm a professional speaker, a life coach, and I also practice as a mental health nurse practitioner. Of all the jobs that I hold, the most important one is I'm a single mother of a 10-year-old boy. As a mom, we hold so many hats. We're the chauffeur, we're the teacher, we're the counselor, we're the chef, and sometimes we're even the nurse. So I know our lives can get very overwhelming and stressful. I remember a time when my son was 3 months old. I actually had went back to school. Not only was I in school, but I also worked part-time. I didn't have a car. In fact, I didn't even have a license. And where we lived, I worked and went to school, but the babysitter was at least 45 minutes to an hour away. So imagine having to travel with an infant, trying to get to school, trying to get to work, making sure you can meet his needs and making sure you're on time for everything. So my life was pretty challenging back then. However, over the time, I was able to learn some stress management techniques. These stress management techniques actually were a lifesaver. And if you like, I'll share some tips with you. So I have 3 tips to manage stress. The first tip is setting boundaries. It is so important to set boundaries. As women, sometimes we feel like we are Wonder Women. We feel like we can do just anything. We feel like we want to do everything for everybody. But it gets to a point that we're going to wind up burning ourselves out and overextending ourselves. So you have to know yourself and know what you're able to handle. And if you're not able to handle that task, it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no and be able to deal with what you can deal with, or you're going to be stressed out. Tip number 2 is intentional personal time. I know it gets hard having to work and having to take care of your children and manage a household, so you may not even have time for yourself. So that's why it's important to actually mark on the calendar time for yourself. That's what I had to do. I had to go on the calendar and literally put a date and a time for myself, because I realized when you actually put a date and a time on something, you're going to be committed to it. So that's what I did. So if it means you taking time, if you like to read, if you like to take walks, if you like spas, if you like going to the movies, whatever it is that you enjoy doing by yourself, mark it on the calendar. It will allow you to intentionally commit yourself to some personal time. We, as mothers, we need time, even just as women in general, we need time to regroup. So personal time is important. Third tip is positive thinking. Everything starts with the mind. I really believe in shifting how we think. Negative thinking patterns is what increases stress. When you have anxiety, when you're thinking negative, that's what brings up anxiety and that's what brings up stress. So it's important to shift how we think. Instead of us thinking, oh my goodness, I got to do this again. Oh my goodness, I got to deal with this again. Think, you know what? I dealt with this in the past and I overcame it, and I will overcome it this time again. When you start thinking more positive and have that mind shift, that's when you reduce stress, because you already taken a step forward and dealing with the problem versus dwelling in the problem. I hope these things were good for you. I hope this was good for you. So 3 tips. I'm going to repeat them again. The first one is setting boundaries. The second one is intentional personal time. Third one is positive thinking. And if this was good for you, please go on my website, www.smilebiz.online, SMILEBIZ.online. Go ahead and join on my mailing list. Be the first to get exclusive updates and news. And if you can, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be posting more strategies and tips on self-development and how to balance your life. You guys have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.